E-Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Newbee's turn to ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dota Pit Season 5, powered by G2A. We're here with Newbee versus BG Gaming. I'm Lysander Zenora, gonna be joining you guys for your broadcast. It's game number 2, Newbee taking game 1 with a show of force. Picking up that Medusa to put a crimp into VG's early game plans, and now they face up against another early game lineup, Jakiro, Sand King. Two very aggressive heroes. Sand King, one of my quick favorites to watch now actually. A lot of the games with Sand King have been very nice to watch. Sand King, a very strong hero in most phases of the game. I would say all phases, to be honest. Just so much power in that hero. Jakiro, a tower pusher. Always been that go-to tower pusher. Underappreciated, under-textured as well. X, Keeper of the Light. They're gonna be the two picks for Newbee once again. Seem to really like going with the two stable picks in their draft, and we're looking at the Bounty Hunter, Rubik, Ursa, as well as Drill Ranger being banned out here. VG Gaming gonna remove out Weaver as Juggernaut as options. OD Slaughter, no surprises there. And Drill Ranger ban means that VG Gaming will not have the opportunity to cheese out the draft with that Drow pick. And again, Newbee go back to the same thing again with that Lifestealer. If it ain't broke, why fix it? Unai does seem to favor that hero a lot, so we'll see if he does actually pick it up. The Anti-Mage not working out too well for VG Gaming in the last game. And I think it's also partially because they decided to pick up that Anti-Mage to deal with that Medusa.
10 seconds remaining.
Instead of maybe committing to this early game aggression that they were looking at. But yeah, getting caught with with a Medusa last pick with your pants down is never fun. As well, Medusa will just put a crimp in any kind of early aggression plans, and yeah, it showed there. Medusa taking the cake against the enemy. VG Gaming, what will they actually pick up here? The next pick will really reveal what is in store for their draft. Jakiro always hints toward a sort of pushing lineup, but there can always be some kind of extra, extra thing that you want to just have in your draft, but your main focus is something else. So right now, Jakiro does hint towards pushing, but do we have something other than that, in VG Gaming's books, then maybe they're a little bit afraid to go back to this early game aggression lest they face another Medusa here. You never know. VG Gaming, they have to think about maybe picking a lifestealer counter. Some heroes that come to mind. Slaughter is one of them, but they have banned it out themselves, and it didn't really work too well in the last game. As they just got out-tempered too hard there by the enemy, and Storm Spirit could be a possibility here, although there is a keeper. Maybe we go towards this Legion Commander that a lot of the teams have been picking. Again, Legion Commander able to lock down squishy targets, maybe even pin down that Lifestealer for more burst coming out from your team. Granted, there's an Axe, but Legion Commander is not able to be stopped by Battle Call or Berserker's Call actually. But oh, we're going back for Lina. I have not seen this hero in ages. Lina gonna be taking the front stage here as the third pick coming out for VG Gaming. Something aggressive, something high powered, but will it work against a magic immune hero like Lifestealer? Are we looking at that Aghanim's Laguna Blade? I am not sure, but one thing's for sure, this Lina is probably going to be really blinged up with that Iron Man laser. I hope she has the Iron Man laser, and well, we'll see if it's going to be one of those core Linas or one of those disappointing support Linas. But for now, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those drafts, guys. Lina, oh man, Lina in 2016. Lina in 2016. I am excited. I am super excited. But hey, we'll see if if Newbee does respond to this with something else. What's wrong with the sound? All right. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens here. The Lina pick is definitely going to be something that's something new. VG Gaming might be testing this. They still have a lower bracket to contend with, so maybe they do a little experimentation against a strong team like Newbee. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. We'll have to see. And Newbee, what do they pick up in their fourth? And yeah, it's definitely keeping Newbee thinking, what is this Lina's plan? And they go back for the exact same hero. They go for Ogre Magi, the fourth pick coming out here for Newbee. No changes to the draft. Like, I think Kaka took a look at that and like, not something I'm going to concern myself with. So I'm just gonna grab that. Yeah, just gonna grab the Ogre Magi again. Didn't seem to be too problematic last game. Yes, the Ogre fed a little bit in the early stages, but it did land that Bloodlust later on, so no problem at all. And VG looks like they're playing against the same draft. They have that advantage of knowing what the strategy is. Resident Sleeper. Alright. Resident Sleeper. Here we go. Naga Siren, pretty strong. The song able to isolate Lifestealer, the ensnare locking him down. Now the question is it a pushing Naga or a rat Naga? Oh wait, or a support Naga? The one that buys Poor Man's Shield, runs at you with the splash. Could be that, that Lina going middle. It could be the Naga going middle. What is going to be the solution here for Newbee? Do they go for something like a Storm Spirit? They have that Keeper of the Light. They have that jump. It's going to be powerful. They fear it's another Timbersaw. I think it's going to be Storm Spirit, to be honest. And VG Gaming, they have one pick before Newbee seals the draft with that final pick. So we might see what the plan is here. But it does look like the Lina will be shifting towards a support role, unless the Naga is the one supporting with the ensnare. Although it does seem more plausible because you don't have any setup now for the Lina, unless she's a mid Lina. You don't have all the setup now for the Lina. And Lina without setup does need to have higher levels so that she can afford that setup, or I don't know, get paired up with another stun. I mean, Sand King is going to be off lane. He's not going to be able to land his stun for a while. So it will be Jakiro and Lina as a duel, or we might have a Naga as a duel. We'll have to see here. Oh, it will be a Vengeful Spirit. So this Lina is going core some way or another. We are going to have a mid Lina, I think. It is going to be a treat to watch that meet. Lina hopefully doesn't let me down. And yeah, carry Lina back in action. I mean, back when Lina was overpicked, one of my favorite heroes. I can no longer pick it in pubs without getting dirty looks. You know, she's been nerfed since then, a little bit sad. The meta has shifted away from her, but you never know. But I swear if this is one of those carry venge lineups, I am going to disapprove very hard. I know casters are not supposed to hate on anything, you know, in the given day and age. Not supposed to disapprove of anything. Agree with everyone. But if there is going to be a carry venge, I am going to be putting my foot down. That's where I draw lines. I like the hero, I like Vengeful Spirit, she's a great hero, fun hats and everything, but the carry doesn't work most of the time. I wouldn't say all the time, but most. And it's gonna be carry venge! It's gonna be carry venge, mid Naga, support Lina. Okay. Okay. We'll see if it works, alright? I hope it works because I don't like to see an Alchemist win. Alchemist is a disgusting hero that needs to be punished. But I'm not feeling it. I am not feeling it. VG Gaming, they really have to push really hard and they have to have the crispest, is that crispiest? Crisp. Most crisp of plays to be able to shut down this Alchemist Kotl Lifestealer draft. It's going to be so difficult. The Sand King needs to have a good start, needs to get that early dagger. Otherwise, it's going to be so hard to pin down that Alchemist or even pin down that I mean, even apply any kind of pressure, we'll have to see. It's the support Lina, so we won't have that access to the Laguna Blade, but we have the Iron Man laser. Oh yeah, baby. I told you it was going to be blinged up. These Chinese players know how to spend money. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Alright, let's hope we see Laguna Blades and it's not going to be a one-sided stomp. From the draft, I'm feeling it, but we'll see. On the side of VG, we have Ghost playing that mid Naga Siren, fancies himself a Miracle from C. DDC gonna play Jakiro. We have Yang playing that Sand King, dropping early wards down in the enemy jungle. We have the Vengeful Spirit played by N, pulling a little CIS strategy out of the hat, huh? Going for that carry venge. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. On the side of Newbee, laughing themselves to the bank, it will be Kaka on the Keeper of the Light. It will be SCCC on the Alchemist, 9k Alchemist coming in. KP again on the Axe. We have Faith on the Ogre again. And Lifestealer gonna be played by U9. Alrighty. I am not feeling it. I am not feeling it, guys. Oh boy. Venge Core. Alright. Time to disapprove, guys. And is going to face up against him. Oh no! Gets the rune. Might lose his life. No, it's not. It's going to be Fire Blast level 1. So, Faith not picking up Ignite level 1. That's going to help Sand King a little bit with the Fire Blast being down. The Venge will not be able to get up that rune. The Alchemist gets it. It's very important. Ooh, 666. Summoning the Devil here. Wow. And resorting to Satanic Rituals. Here, let me draw the pentagram for you. Spooky. Alright. So N resorting to devilish tactics to get his win. We'll see if it works. He has summoned the devil. There's got to be a trade-off. Now let's draw that better. What am I doing, guys? Alright, kids, go to church. Be nice. Alright. KP! You're gonna get a tag, okay? FY immediately go drag the creep wave. Not what he was expecting there, I think, of course. I'm gonna just harass KP back. But with this Lina Venge combo, they might be strong enough to deal with KP on the Axe. But I think KP is gonna be fine. He's got a big amount of regeneration. We'll be able to get himself those levels to, at the very worst case, get into the jungle. So, like I said, shutting down is going to be hard. They're playing greed with greed, and I'm not sure they have enough to deal with this Alchem. And we'll see. Newbee, this Alchemist body blocking that. Oh, I'm not sure what the body block's for. I think it was just being cheeky, honestly. That the body block there, just being cheeky, trying to scare him a little bit. But EC could be trading hits there with Kaka. The mana leak is level 1, so it's gonna be annoying that Jakiro Dual Breath is there for threatening a movement if they want to try and kill off this Keeper, but I don't believe it will be so. The Lifestealer gonna have a rougher time against the Sand King off lane for sure. And Keeper already poking Kaka quite a fair bit. Faith not hitting level 2 just yet. Oh, now the mana leak starts, the Fire Blast as well. The open wounds and immediate TP to the tier 1 tower. Can't say I blame him. Takes a lot of damage, but he will actually survive and will be back in the lanes there. So minimal damage received. He has that TP scroll out, so very well done to him. Not a falling boost just yet, but he does not have the TP out again, so just be careful here. Oh no, now it's getting low. The mana, the dual breath coming out. They're going on the hard hero kill though. The Orb of Venom is there. Oh, the mana leak. Oh, dropping down low, and now he's stunned up. Will he get the kill? But now there's the salve to keep him up, and Yang actually doesn't go for the Barrel Strike, not committing his one spell onto the supports just yet. The double damage is scouted out here by the Die Award, and the Bounty Rune goes to the Alchem once again. And expect an IK player to be able to play this, play this hero well. Keeper gets the double damage. That is going to be huge for his harassment game. Yang playing aggressive here again. Might actually get picked off if he's not careful. Faith has the Ignite, has the stun, and Keeper is wrapping around again for another kill. This Kaka Keeper could be really dangerous to deal with. Meanwhile, and how's he looking in terms of farms? Got 15 last hits. He's top of the net worth for now. He's got boost as well to win lace. He's pretty fast. Faith once again trading hits with Yang in the middle lane. Still no first blood, but this Naga is already going to have a tough time dealing with this lane. Going for the splash there, going for the cuts on the last hits, but Ghost is dropping so low to this Alchemist. So one rotation there could be his life lost if he's not careful. But Ghost is going to bottle crow. We're missing the last hit on the tower. Lu. Lina sitting at that Dragon Slave level 2 and that LSA level 1. So has quite a bit amount of burst on him. Axe is not even going to bother with dealing with this lane. Immediately goes into the jungle there, but he farms a lot faster. Iron Talon gonna be good. So Venge getting free farm. We'll see what he can make of this. Vengeful Spirit drafts, although the reason why they don't work is because you can't finish the game. They are really powerful. They pack a lot of punch in the early stages where you have that Venge just doing so much damage in the early game. But then you have that problem of closing out the game. And how are you going to close up a game against a X-Blink, Caudal Blast, and Acid Spray? That is going to be the question. It is going to be a rough game. The way I see it is that Naga is that late game security. The Venge gets them the early kills, and then the Naga does Naga things. And we'll see how that is going to be the case or not. This huge stack by Jakiro is going to ensure that they get a bit of farm. There's got a lot of fire on here as well. Slows down the damage of the creeps there. Skeletons come out, lands for more caustic hits. Another Barrel Strike will go up, clear out the whole stack, and Yang gonna find themselves quite a good amount of farm. And meanwhile, Alchemist getting caught there on that bottom lane SEC. But now the Ogre comes in. The Lina try to do some damage. The SEC gonna be first blood to Faith. Oh no, the TP support comes in. They try to dive the Alchem. But yeah, not a hero you can dive that easily and get away with. And now the hard carry Venge on the ground. And with Newbee striking first, getting Ogre his first blood as well. That is not the start you want. You always want to keep up the pressure with the Venge lineup. You can't afford to die too many times. Got a timing to meet. Will it be met here? BG. KP got to start the call. We're going to be missing that. Could have just scooted away. But no real big deals. Level 1 call is not going to be able to get the kill. Just wanted to try and get some early taps in if he could. But and going down there as first blood, definitely not part of his plan. The face boots picked up by him for the extra oomph. Would it be enough? On the life stealer, suffering a little bit from the Sand King. Still Naga being top of the CS charts. We have Venge as well. So for Naga, top CS chart, nice. No song just yet. Going to stacky up the neutral camps. I don't believe she can clear it. How is she going to clear it though? Wasting a little bit of time. Just going for the rune here. So not going to stack up the ancients. I thought he was. Not going to send the illusions to the south, to the north there, looking for the Alchemist. The Alchemist has been trying to stack up those waves, but the Naga illusions find him, and he's immediately going to run away. That he has an ulti, so I don't think they will be able to kill him. Observer ward gets plopped down. Is it inside that range? No, it isn't. So don't want to lose that vision. They want to actually catch out that Alchemist in terms of the draft, and Ghost start pressuring here. Meanwhile, the Axe coming down here, looking for a kill, but the Wave of Terror comes out. There's going to be a stun here. The LSA to follow up. Isn't going to be a wave there? No, the Venge probably going to die again. The Lifestealer coming deep in, and now Vengeful Spirit. Unfortunately, my friend, you are not a support. You cannot afford to go down. Again, they lose that Venge. They lose that tier 1 tower to the Axe, and this is not looking good for them. 0-2 already. The start is bad here. DDC going to get some Liquid Fire onto this tower, soften it a little bit for his friends, but the Sand King dagger cannot come any sooner. He needs to come within the next few minutes if they want to look for that temple play. gonna be very important to get that one. Naga. Gonna be farming up the jungle. Still got the top of the CS charts, but how long is that gonna maintain? The Venge is back. Level 6. Alright, Vengeful Spirit. See if she can actually put out the damage. She is building that 2-1-2 into swap. Not sure they can kill a life stealer, to be honest. Oh, they're gonna find Keeper. This is something they can definitely kill there with the face boots as well. Kaka goes down to Fireball. Mr. Jakiro picks it up. And now they can look to make some pressure. Put some pressure on this lane. Yang on that tanking. Start pressuring this tier 1 tower. The Kodo is down for 8 seconds. Will they be able to push down this wave in, well, push down the tower in times level 4? He is a little bit longer death timer, but Liquid Fire, it's only level 2, so it doesn't slow down the tower as much as they would like to. And the push is down. Kodo comes back. And see if Illuminate. He does not have Illuminate. Okay, Kodo doesn't have Illuminate. It's okay, guys. They can push. It's the threat of Illuminate, I guess. Liquid Fire being annoying again. Just chipping away at that health pool, and yeah, Kodo gonna burn away that Sand King's mana. He's not gonna be too concerned right now, but the Laguna Blade has been picked up. Iron Man Laser ready. But the Naga has been having a pretty good time. Is whether or not she goes for Arcane Boots or Radiance first is the question. SCC is gonna pick up the armlet. Oh, there we go. Lifestealer starting an Avenge again. The Venge swaps her support to safety. I'm the carry now. Save me. And Jakiro probably gonna go down. So, oh, dodges the Burrow Strike with that Infest. It's stunned there by the Magic Missile. The Epicenter comes through. Does absolutely nothing-ish. And now gonna get mana leaked up. The Ogre is here to claim lives of that Scorpion. Just clicking in. Does he have the stick charges? He does. Gets up the Burrow Strike. Powers it up. Does he get it? He gets the kill. They lose their Sand King though. And the Venge might want to just run away there. Stuns up the Axe. Does he get the kill? Gets the Caustic hit on top of that. But oh no, the Lifestealer dropping low. He has to run away from this, and he will. The Culling Blade will actually get him out of there in time. The Laguna Blade not in range for use there, and in the end they lose another 2 heroes. They lose their Venge, and this carry Venge lineup already not working out here. Doesn't have the mana for the Laguna Blade. FY gonna be a little bit sad about that one. Picks up his Arcane Boots. Wished he got that one earlier. Could have gotten the kill on the Axe for sure. And Ghost, yep, definitely building to a Radiance. His CS has been really high here. Looking at his net worth, Alchemist obviously at the top because he's Elcam, but Naga doing pretty good for himself as well. Ghost must have told his captain to trust, because this is looking like a really fast relic for him. No shutdown so far. Venge just being the distraction that she is. The LSA gonna miss, but the Laguna Blade could be coming in. Again, the mana leak is gonna be annoying there. Shutting down that Sand King's movement. The Wave for Terror scouts out KP. KP doesn't have a TP, so they're going in. This Vengeful Spirit just playing very kamikaze here. Running in there. KP gotta run right into the Vengeful Spirit, and they find him. They get the fall across. The Barrow Strike will be there. Get him with that hit. The Magic Missile gonna be casting that kill, but that is a kill that is very much needed. They finally get the tier 1 tower 10 minutes in. It's not the best timing, but it's not the worst either, as they do make more space for this Naga relic coming on soon. 3.2k. Wow, this Naga. This has been really outstanding Naga plays. Any aspiring Naga players should definitely be looking at this replay and see the movements of this purple player. He has been doing really well so far. What's his name again? Ghost, yeah, has been doing really well so far, keeping up to the farm. CCC have not killed him yet, so he's farming fast and he's farming hard. Naga might have good farming patterns, but Alchemist has that inbuilt brokenness to print money, so there's that difference. Spread using that wave once again, get some farm on the board, maybe drag the creep wave back, but really trying to look for an item here. I'm not sure what items he could possibly get. Maybe a Drum of Adherence here. Get some levels there for his Jakiro as well. Jakiro's level 5, so got a pretty decent amount of damage here. Using Barrow Strike offensively. Oh, got a TP out, but immediately gets hit by the stun, and now the Ogre comes in as well, and this Sand King gonna be turned into gold. The Keeper gets that kill, using Barrow Strike aggressively, getting punished, slowing down his Blink Dagger. Lina, meanwhile, gonna go in there, gets hungered there by the Axe. Hella sick. It's gotta be there. KP hasn't gotten the taste of this Laguna Blade just yet. It's so nice. The effect is nice though. Not sure if it's It's worth the money, to be honest. Oh, now they get the swap there on the Coddle of the Light. They get the old man, they punish the old man, and the Vengeful Spirit gets the kill. And that's the power of the Venge, being able to be aggressive early on with minimal items. Just a little bit of Ring of Aquila here, face boost there. You already got quite a punch on you. You look at the 100 plus damage sticking on him. More resilient than a Drow as well, but the end snare is there, and there's always that mirror image to just split out of it. So the Lifestealer may apply some pressure on this Naga, but it's not going to do too much. As she does get her relic so early in the game. KP doesn't even have his blink yet, and this Naga already has his relic. That's a crazy amount of farm. And the Liquid Fire once again chipping away at the tower, slowing down his right clicks. Lina just there to push out the wave, keeping things in the Radiant favor hopefully. But the Observer Ward now, and it's scouted out here by Faith. The D Ward at 400 bucks. Thanks to the Coddle stealing that money. Very greedy bastard. Kaka. Axe now finding a Blink Dagger. He's gonna look for anyone that tries to harass this lifestealer. But fortunately for VG Gaming, they are actually just gonna be sitting here pushing this tower. Not even gonna be caring about that. And now the axe comes in. They do not know about this call. They stun him immediately with the lifesteal as well. They bring a lot of friends in as well. The Barrel Strike comes through. That's gonna be the epicenter. It's gonna land on the Ogre. There's a Laguna Blade. Pow! Wow! Doesn't do anything. And Faith is gonna probably get this Ogre kill. He gets stunned. He's gonna be out of range. He gets another Barrel Strike across. He gets the Ogre. The Ogre, well, the Alchemist stuns himself. That's nice to get as well. And they lose 2 heroes for an Ogre. Not the best. The carry Venge dies again. The Sand King gets his dagger though. And the Naga is very close to Radiance. A dangerous amount. Close, well, dangerous amount now. It's hitting that 1002. Shouldn't die anymore. And with this farm on the wave, he will get that Radiance at a really cool 14 minutes. That is pretty insane. With no harassment, getting the Naga Radiance so early. Miracle would be proud. Invisibility. And now even gonna give her the Bounty Rune as well. And with this Radiance online, the game dynamic might change a little bit. The Alchemist has his Radiance as well, but he doesn't do it as well because the Naga starts with Illusions and Splash already built in. So definitely we'll have to see what happens here. It's Ghost. Has 135 CS. Now going to start farming around the map. It will starve off the rest of his teammates though, which is why it might, you know, it might shed a little bit of light as to why the Venge was picked. You know, you don't really need farm and Venge to flourish. At least that's their thought. They're going in on the Barrel Strike onto the Alchem. He's running out of his ultimate right now. The Macroprior comes there. They swap him back into the fire. They get him killed. There's the Laguna Blade looking for this. Oh, for his axe, but the Lina holding onto a Laguna Blade. They're not getting the kill on the axe, but never mind. As the Sand King comes in, the DDC. This guy gets a triple kill somehow. And now the LSA gonna miss. Where's the Laguna Blade? Looking for it. Gets the Laguna onto him in an ultra kill for the Jakiro. Is there a rampage for this Jakiro? It's a support Jakiro, mind you. Bloody hell, FY. Oh my god, he stole the rampage. Oh man, report FY, ladies and gentlemen. Just log into the game now. Report that man stealing rampage from a support Jakiro. Oh man, how often do you see that? That was an impressive team fight, getting the outcome right at the start without his ultimate form becoming supremely less tanky. And now with that bigger win on that team fight, the Naga Shred's gonna kick into full gear here, getting time around the map, farming without opposing control to stop him. And this Naga is gonna get really scary really fast, especially if she does decide to build into that Octarine core early. It's gonna be constant illusions all around, and she doesn't have to go for the Mancer that early. You know, she has that mirror image to work on that for now. She can actually tag into an Arcanes, into Octarine, and just send those Radiant Illusions down the line, getting more farm, and constantly keep 1 to 2 wave pushed out. I think VG fans are gonna be cheering around the block there for that big win in kills. Of course, the Alchemist is still going to be top in farm, but that was a huge fight to lose, and Newbee are going to be a little bit shaken about that one, losing their entire team. Venge now picking up the drums, again leaning more towards an early fighting, that's leaving the Naga there. It does seem to be the plan here for VG as well. It's 4 distracts for 1, and you know, it's a little bit different from the 4 protect one. They don't really protect the Naga, so to speak. They just make space, and this Naga illusion now going into the enemy jungle. They scan far ahead in preparation in case they are running into a smoke gang of Newbee. And looking to pressure here, the observer wards are gonna scout them out. An defensive observer here for the team. Gonna scout things out. KP getting his dagger stopped there by the Radiance. It's gonna be pretty annoying, eh? This Naga illusion just like giving him the good old LOL, burning half his health away. And yeah, this is Resident Sleeper in action here. Here we go. Ghost. What's he building? Building boots of travel and overlay. So not going for that Octarine first, going straight for travel, getting the map presence. Sanking gonna get caught there by the X-Core. Will immediately go for the swap. This bench carry is gonna go down now. Bench carry Lu. But Barrel Strike is gonna save the Sanking for now. The Laguna Blade comes out onto the Lifestealer. He's taking quite a bit of beatings. He has to arm the target out of this, but that's Radiance Burn. And DDC roasts him with the fire. And Ghost, he's out of mana, but he has to travel, so he can actually TP to another lane. Now they lose their Lifestealer again. Ooh, 9 suffering hard here. Kaka burning down to that one. And man, it does go back to that Naga getting that Radiance at 14 minutes. It just really adds so much to the team fight that the enemy can't contend with. I mean, it's only a level 2 Illuminate. You have a Ogre, but it's not going to be good against multiple illusions. It doesn't have a lot of burst damage. You don't want to waste spells on that, but that was crazy. Oh, Lina. Really liking the Lina pick so far. There's a dive going on. That's a good song. The Radiance could burn him down anyway. Oh, this bench. He's the martyr for the team, but here comes the Sanking. Barrel Strike Epicenter starting things off. Where is my Barrel Strike on the Night Cave? Get him! The mana's leak as well. No mana for the Laguna Blade, so they have to do this the old-fashioned way. They get it, but the 2 quick dunks here from KP saves the day for Newbee. VG Young trying to escape from his problems. Is gonna just stay there for a bit. He Barrel Strikes into the wave, and I think KP has got a Blink Dagger to find it, but misses the call, and another Blink. Okay, what is going on? They're using the Courier to scout him out. They find Yang, and Yang doesn't have a TP. He sees Courier. Okay, no, come on! Come on, Newbee! Come on! Wake up your ideas! What is going on, ladies and gents? What is going on? Yang is probably gonna die, but he does make a lot of space as they go for an adventure track here in the jungle. KP on a killing spree, getting 3 quick kills here on the bottom. I would say the third one's a little bit less than quick, but still. 3 kills, especially on the Naga, that's going to relieve a lot of the lane pressure, but losing the Alchemist as well means they will not be exerting pressure of their own. So, all in all, a good fight for Newbee, but still nothing to celebrate or write home about. Net worth is now 0, and the Jakiro has a Yule Scepter, courtesy of that ultimate. Oh boy. Still a little triggered from that FY stealing rampage. I mean, come on, he was an ogre. How else you want to run away? Well, you didn't have to kill someone. Given a rampage to a support Jakiro. How often does that happen? Oh man. I feel sad for him. DDC probably went over to the screen and slapped that FY across the head. Alright. Lina, building up to quite a decent amount of farm, honestly. I think FY has been getting quite a bit of gold. They have been killing Alchemist a few times. The gold is starting to show. And that's one of the downsides of playing against Alchemist. You know, you have that big net worth. It's always going to be a problem if you die, because you got to feed a lot. Even if it was a support that got it, money is just going to be huge for them. They pick up Aghanim Scepter and suddenly you're looking at a problem. This Laguna Blade starts to hurt a lot more. And this game becoming closer than what I thought. This Naga just getting big on the farm here. The Manta about to come in. Not going to pick up the Octarine just yet. She doesn't really need it yet. Just pick up the Manta as well as that boost of travel. Just keep herself in check. And now they're going to look for the Ogre. I'm not sure Ogre is the target. You want nice 4 stuff there. Bails him out from the LSA. And the X picking up the right items. KP to keep his buddy alive. Not be a kill there. They waste some more ganking time. But still space for Naga, right? This is going to be a top heavy lineup. 4 distract for 1. Keep that in mind, folks. 4 distract for 1. Meanwhile, Lifestealer still trying to eke out some farm. Not as farmy in this game as the other because of the Alchemist just eating up all the resources on the map. But still, it is something to note that this Lina is getting quite farmed as well. Even more farmed than the Venge there, I say. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, the carry Venge quote has just been dying. He's more of that guy that swaps in. He was on the core roll for maybe a little early drums, Ring of Quilla, for that early punch. and then pretty much just going into suicide now, as he is shown to be. Illusion going down. Lina using fire on the trees. Tower.
Dire's top tower is
Will be
under
brought down there
attack.
by the Jakiro. This Jakiro
Dire's top tower
landing
is
quite a bit of
falling.
farm as well. They are going for their ages though. So Newbee, meanwhile, themselves a second life. Deso is going to be done soon for U9 as well. And yeah, we'll see how they do with this. Because right now they have X for catch. But X as a catcher is not the Storm Spirit. You know, he's not that long range catcher that can actually pin down the Naga, especially with all the Radiance going about, so it might be difficult for them to actually shut down this carry Naga. I thought the plan would be to shut down this Naga, the Naga Radiance, but no, they did nothing to stop him. They let her just have equal farm. You know, it's getting a 40-minute Radiance. It's gonna be a snore fest for sure, you guys. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it won't be, because we have the 4 guys distracting, right? And when you're distracting, you usually come out with some really fun things, right? For us to watch. And the Aghanim Scepter is going to be on the way here for the Venge, so just going to go die, respawn with an illusion that kind of dies again. I kind of like it. I like it. I don't know about you guys, I like it. But that Sand King Courier kill was something else as well. That was funny. A nice injection of gold for the team. The drum charge for nothing. Okay. Running forward, looking for a swap here on Kaka. I think that's what they were planning to. The Wave of Terror scouts things out. There is no detection. Kaka will actually run away in time. And now they armed the Lifestealer Bomb. They're looking for a kill here. The Alchemist got a TP to the middle lane. Do they catch him though? The Observer Ward scouts out the Venge movement. The carry Venge could be in trouble here if he's not careful. They're going to reach for him. But it's a little bit too far out of the reach to catch him. And Yang not get that kill, so Vici not leaving Newbee any opening to capitalize on that Aegis possession. Wow, FY does get scouted out. There's a nice 4-star forward, catches 3, but the Barrel Strike comes across, keeps them down, but the sleep as well, the Naga sleep, keeping things in check, and the Lifestealer unable to fight this. And a really good song there from the Naga saves their team, but of course Carry Venge is dead. But still, it is a big deal to get that. Yang, you have Blink, bro. Oh no, KP getting the Lina as well. And now the Sand King out of options there. Doesn't have that 4-star as well. Yeah, gonna fall down. Lose another hero. That's not the plan. That Naga song for them. And in the end, they get themselves punished. But with this Naga illusion wave, I don't believe they will be able to push as hard. There's still a tier 1 tower. So it's not base time just yet. And there's still that illusion creating Naga that will cause problems for this push. So
Radiant's middle tower.
Jakiro might want to watch himself a little bit. Might just Macropire this one. Yeah, he does. Macropire the wave, hold it down for 10 seconds, and just roast the creep wave, preventing any kind of farm. And of course, with that Naga illusion, just pretty much knocks out any chance of a push. So they only lose 1 tower. It was a loss in team fight, but it was only 1 tower. So I feel like this game's going to drag on quite a bit. I'm a little worried.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh, see swap going in onto the Alchemist. Alchemist getting stunned. There's the Barrel Strike. They stun stack a lot there, and you would think that it will help, but never mind. They all get him with a lot of firepower. The Sand King already used his ultimate, so he's probably just gonna die here. They eels up the X. They set up another stun. The Lina that's throwing out so much damage. The Glimmer Cape keeps him alive. Now the Dual Breath on U9. It's gonna be quite the toggle. Will he get it? The Naga walking through with all that Radiance burn. And will they get him round 2? There is mana required. The mana, the Ice Pop is gonna lock the Lifestealer in place. The LSA gonna miss that. The Lina screws up. And now N gonna be punished. And this carry Venge gonna die again. U9, he does not have the stun, but now there is your LSA gonna be set up. The Ice Pop as well. The LSA comes in, hits him hard. There's Lifestealer. He can't Omni toggle out of this. He had tries, but Naga will burn him down with the glory of the Radiance, and they lose a big fight. That is a great one to get. They swap in the Alchemist. They kill off that huge net worth burden, and they can kill him off and get so much money on that one. It's a 500 gold kill. Lifestealer, another 500 gold kill. But that was the streak ended. Yeah, that was the streak ended. So just a vanilla kill there on the Alchemist garners so much money. And now the Aether Lens picked up by FY. There's a lot of setup to be gotten, and there's a lot of more magical damage. We can look at that upgraded damage of the Laguna Blade now, 700 damage. So with that Aghanim Scepter, it's going to be back up to almost the normal levels again. And this Laguna upgrade is pure damage. You can't resist that. It goes through rage. It's a pretty big deal. So far, Beautiful Dota happening right here. 15 and 18, quite the nail biter from a Naga game. Something you don't expect as often. Newbee, 8 and 2 on KP's Axe. This guy is an outstanding offlane player thus far. Sure earned his spot on Newbee. And this game, not as easy as the last one. VG just really putting up a better fight this time with FY God and his support Lina. As support as Venture's carry, I guess. Oh man. What a game. So far, it's still ongoing. The Naga illusions being sent forward. If you guys are just tuning in, you're watching Dota Pit Season 5, the Chinese qualifiers, or the Chinese group stages rather. And it's a best of 3, so if VG wins this, they still have a chance to pull this to a third game. Scan comes out, doesn't scout out the Alchemist, and the Alchemist will be home free. They were looking for him though. They smoke up the dragon, and yeah. Kills, they're looking for picks, and this Lifestealer, yes, he has rage, but once tagged by Liquid Fire, Armlet Talker was difficult. With Radiance as well, they have the burst. They have shown that they have the burst. And this carry Venge has just been kind of a misnomer, or maybe, you know, it's more of a like, oh, it's a safe lane, so if you kill him, it's kind of worth, right? But then you look at the 9 deaths on him, he's starting to just laugh while you kill him. You kind of suspect that something is wrong. And focusing your firepower onto this guy is not necessarily the plan. Now Newbee, they smoke to an area that is not inhabited by any Radiant heroes. VG are just split pushing the farm here. They're looking for this Alchemist to show his face. But so far, 9K has been playing it safe, avoiding the fights like a champ. Got illusions. Gonna contest the Axe for the farm. It gets the splash, steals the Axe's farm actually. Let's see what happens here. Still gonna be wasting that smoke. Nothing to catch there. They're sitting here just waiting for the Alchemist to come by, but 9K is gonna have none of that. He's like, okay, this is dangerous. I need a BKB. I need a BKB. Threat. Still working to that Aghanim Scepter. It's kind of like a poor man's Aegis with him. You know, you get the 2 lives, you get another illusion to do your bidding again. You have to swap at 10 seconds, so the illusion can actually output a lot of damage. The illusion can do stuns, can wage a terror. It's kind of powerful. You know, it's kind of having yourself again, but it's an illusion. Not really worth killing. But they see the Caudal of the Light, and they might just swap him down. Macropire, interesting. Gonna burn out this creep wave, this incoming push, and Macropire is useless for other things anyway. If you saw Ice's recent tweet about Macropire, he really wishes Macropire has a slow element there. Oh, they see SCC. There we go. Oh, the Alchemist once again going to start off the charge. They try to do some damage to splash, doesn't come in. No, but there are more illusions. They're going to splash up this wave, and really the push is just not going to happen with the Naga illusions constantly just pressuring you. It's one of the things Alchemist isn't good at. It's not good at clearing illusions. It's just so pressurizing. Constantly have to deal with this. But now, CC, he waves out. Does he have the TP? Yes, he does. And 9K could outplay himself. But he's got a 9K man to dodge. Yo! There you go. 9K man to dodge. Easy. So far, so good. Lina building to the Aghanim Scepter. That is the sweet spot for Linas. That's when you can really output beats. And with Aetherland, she has the range to do it as well. The long range to throw out that Laguna Blade in its pure form. We get some Iron Man lasers. If Lina wins this, I'm playing like Iron Man songs. That's for sure. But Alchemist still farming, getting away with trouble. Yang. Minimal items, pick up threads for more tankiness as well. This game's starting to slow down a little bit. Getting that Aghanim Scepter. Once that Daylight Vision, once the pushes, the ganks stop coming. This Naga illusion so far, this caused so much trouble. They open wounds on it so that it doesn't get to the creep wave. Just frustration, you can tell. When you don't have Naga counters, it's just so annoying. And oh no, okay, they catch up the Alchemist. Do they get the kill there? That's the question. They do not. They pipe him, they glimmer him, and yes, we talk about how VG are dealing with this Alchemist so far, but once that Alchemist gets into your base, he can actually just take out your base so quickly. It's very hard to deal with him. So they need this Naga push to keep going. The Alchemist illusion is going to burn out to the Naga one, so have to see. Naga can output more illusions. And I'm surprised he hasn't used any to cut the wave, but he has used them to clear out these creep camps. Still flashing. Yeah, probably slow them down, but yeah, this Naga getting big now. Alt 3 in Radiance Manta. He's keeping on par with this Alchemist almost. The Alchemist is pretty much full slaughter now, unless he does fly us down the oh, but a nice call there does catch the Jakiro, so Jakiro's unstoppable streak goes to the Lifestealer there. Unfortunate positioning, will get himself caught out. The Observer Ward there, scouting his position, and KP with the aggression, finding the kill. And now it's 15 to 19. The score change, going their way, and without that Jakiro to stop the wave, could be a problem. Micro.
We'll take that.
Meanwhile, just throwing out those illusions, bottom, throwing out those illusions, middle, U9. Trying to find a way to do this one cleanly, but Naga illusion just so troublesome. Bloodlust. Hunger on him one as well. And they open wounds up. And they're still missing a couple of shots. The Radiance just making it so difficult to land. Now's another Newbee looking to buy that leverage for themselves to push into space. High ground, yeah. U9. Or rather, do Vici see this one coming? No, they do not. They're more content just pushing out the wave. I mean, look at this Naga. He's pushed out the wave so far out that any kind of play that Newbee wants to make will just look too obvious. It's the creep waves that is constantly there. With no one there, you know, just play safe. They smoke again. That should be their last smoke. Yeah, should be their last smoke. The Abyssal Blade is complete there for the Alchemist. So he has that lockdown, he has the tankiness. Will he be able to kill though? He's charging up his stun. Okay, but no, now they jump in, they get the carry venge. They lose some damage, they lose quite a bit of damage actually. They get the carry venge, but is it enough? The Manta style is there. And she will actually split illusions, send it to the middle lane, and they're looking for another kill. They get another catch now to Jakiro, but Jakiro, does he survive there is the question. He has that Scepter, he buys himself some time. Where's that Naga? Coming in there with a song, and the Lifestealer is going to be the only one there to keep him alive, but he's going to take a nap as well. Jakiro survives thanks to the Naga song, who's only going to be on cooldown for 45 seconds, so if Newbee want to make something happen, now is the time, but unfortunately there are no creeps, and they can't beat backdoor regen just yet. Meanwhile, FY about to build that Aghanim Scepter for herself. This could be scary. Lina often underestimated as well until he just fries one of your heroes, and this constant radiance burn means KP is not blinking anymore. No, going ham on these towers. The illusion's not gonna be enough to stop them. That's the backdoor regen. Yep, the backdoor regen is up for now. The creep waves arrive, so tier 2 is going to fall. But it's going to be a lot harder to do that for this high ground. Alchemist coming in, the Naga is coming in as well, clearing out the creep wave. And Alchemist chop away at this out. Okay, the call's going to miss. They swap in the axe. Is there an LSA? They do get the LSA. They lock him down. The barrel strike as well. The Glimmer Cave is there to keep him out there, but the Laguna Blade not going to be enough. The Alchemist just shuts him down, and now Alchemist looking a little bit too beefy there. The Lina doesn't have buyback. The Naga illusions are there, but it doesn't do enough to shut down a Lina, an Alchemist, and he's just punching his way into town there. It's Pound Town now, Pound Town time for Vici. They are losing ground here, and in just a matter of seconds, they have lost melee racks. They don't have any tanks to stop this. 20,000 net lead, and they're going for the end. Newbee, they're not taking prisoners, they're not taking chances, they're going end. They're going, they know the Lina doesn't have buyback. If she had, she was going for it right now. And now KP jumping on the carry venge. There is the sleep. They're gonna start things off. This could be the biggest fight for them. VG, they start the epicenter, they channel it, they get the 2 supports in the back. Do they get the kill though? It's enough. Ghost gets a killing spree. The Ogre goes down as well. The Lifestealer will chew up their Sand King. We get perfect world. The Sand King is down. The Lina is about to respawn in 9 seconds. They get 2 big kills on the support. Is it going to be enough? Can they pick off this Naga? Naga has a Diffusal Blade going on, and they're still going for Throne. Could this be coming back to bite them in the arse? We'll have to see. The illusion stopping Radiance right again. They get fast into the Alchemist, trying to lock him down, trying to stop up his blink. But is there going to be another kill? It looks like it won't be. There's going to be an Eul Scepter. It just slows them down, stops their blink. Lina thinking about it, but in the end deciding against it, as he does not have that Aghanim Scepter yet, doesn't have the burst, and going for Throne in the end turns back to bite them in the butt. Then again, there are no tier 2 towers available for capture, so they will not be able to go for another set of Rexes even if they wanted to. So they tried to force out the end, force out buybacks. In the end, they lose a couple of heroes to a big team by initiation. But it's still something that Newbee should be happy about. Getting a Rex there in the 37-minute mark. This game has dragged on a little bit longer than the last one, but it is starting to favor Newbee pretty hard as they show that the enemy has no solutions to Alchemist. 22,000 net worth advantage. Here we go, Lina. 150 gold away from that Laguna Blade. It's a BKB on X now, so it's gonna be harder to kill him. They have to go for pickoffs, they have to go for rat. The Naga needs to cut more waves.
Finders, keepers.
That's the thing with Miracle, he cuts the waves, he just causes so much trouble. It just makes it so hard to push in his lane. That's why the 4 distract for 1 build really works for Miracle. Gonna burn away. Meanwhile, Newbee looking to clean this game up. There's gonna be Aghanim Scepter around, and oh, the carry Venge gets his eggs. It's gonna be a secondary life for him. The Alchemist buys a Aghanim Scepter, I believe. Yes, he does. And who is he gonna give it to? Is it Coddle? No, it's not gonna Coddle. It's going to Axe. Oh, they get the stun there onto that Naga. Or maybe give it to Ogre. Of the stun. Oh wow, they start something. Here comes the Sand King. Laguna Blade as well, they start it. There we go, they get the Power Strike as well. The Aegis is down, no Aegis, they timed this perfectly. The Lifestealer taking a lot of fire damage. He's Luna caved up, he's going into it, but KP has no mercy for the Vengeful Spirit. He immediately strikes him down. The Venge Illusion coming in to do some more good. Will he be able to find it? There's a Power Strike in the tail end of things. Get punished. They lock him down. The Coddle goes down to the Naga, and that's gonna be a big one. Faith gonna get another one down here. The Ghost Naga Siren is doing so much damage. BO3 now all he has to do is to not miss toggle here, but he does get another kill. The Alchemist is still alive. They have no solutions to him. BO3 has to toggle properly. Doesn't want to die here to the Radiance. He will toggle away while he's at a good amount of health. The Naga is going to cut the wave. No, he does not. He actually TP's home. So now, Newbee, without any buybacks, they actually do push pretty hard in. Naga got 2 supports, but is it enough? They have to kill the cores. They have to kill the cores. And that Aghanim's upgrade wasn't enough. 700 pure damage. Sad to say that wasn't enough.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Oh, give me that. The Lifestealer. It's gonna slow down the push considerably. Lina, now that she's got Ags, what's she built for? Does she go for damage maybe? No, this is Venge pick. I told you I'm gonna put my foot down, guys, and I'm proven right, right? Casters know a little bit of things. Oh man. Newbee. Let's go for that recall, but that Arcane Rune ready as well. Maybe X picks that. X lights indeed. Here we go, KP. Looking for a call onto this carry Venge. This carry Venge. Gonna get bashed? Oh, doesn't get called. Lucky bastard. But another Aghanim Scepter coming in from SCCC. They're gonna go for the death push. Will there be a hold here from VG Gaming? They have been good on the aggressive song so far, but will they be good enough to close up this game? Let's look at buyback status. We have only buyback for the Naga here on the Radiant, so anyone else dies, it's gotta be pretty permanent. Fine here on the Naga Illusions, trying to slow down this push. That's gonna be it. Again, oh, they swap in the Lifestealer into the Ice Path. Very big there, nearly getting the kill. Doesn't get BKB. Immediately open wounds back. They will not be able to get that kill. Very unfortunate. The Vengeful Spirit, they had the perfect play. The swap into Ice Path, immediate stun chain, and the nuke, but it wasn't enough. Laguna was not at that damage point where they could pick off the Lifestealer, and he had that BKB as well. So with the open wounds, he just heals back up to full. He can't steal from illusions, but that was a crucial point in that game. And now with the Laguna on cooldown, the Venge dead, I'm not sure what they can do. The Light Strike comes in, the Dragon Slave comes in. Oh, now the Naga getting caught out. He's getting chain stun. Will they get the kill? Nice Power Strike, keeping things good for now. BO3 trying to chase after the heroes, but the song comes out again. Do they have a channel? Oh no, the lifesteal as BKB, he finds the Sand King, so where's the follow-up now? They're going for the Coddle, they get him from the back, they get the Ogre as well, but the Lina getting swamped and picked off. There's no buyback here. Jakiro flying up, Ogre has that, he has that Aghanim Scepter, so he has that free unrefined Fire Blast at all times. They stun lock the Naga, they pick him off, they chop him down, and he doesn't have it. Oh, he does have the buyback, but N, he knows it. He pulls out his name and says, this is the end, end fast please. I would never pick Carry Bench again, I swear. Oh man, a Newbee 2-0 BG Gaming here in the Dota Pit Season 5. Oh man, in the opening best of 3 as well. Newbee are going to proceed in the winner's bracket and they will face IG tomorrow, I believe, or the next day. And well, VG Gaming, they got some time to reflect in the lower bracket. Their next opponents are Boston Major invitees eHome, and we'll see if eHome or VG Gaming will win to stay in this tournament. But right now, Newbee shuts out VG with a 2-0, and they'll be proceeding to play IG. And I'm saying, man, I watched IG this morning. They were good, but Newbee, they were good all round. And it's going to be really scary to deal with them. I still want to blame the draft, you know, not picking up into Alchemist counters, picking a Carry Venge has still got a lot of shortcomings. They had their reasons, but turns out it just wasn't enough. And with that, they're going to fall. But coming right up, it's going to be the lower bracket match, eHome versus IG. I will not be covering that. I'll be leaving you guys in the capable hands of Cyclops, so don't go anywhere. Stay on this channel. He'll be bringing up the stream very, very shortly. I'm going to take a break for now. I'm going to got some stuff to do, but it's been a pleasure having you guys here on the stream. It's been fun casting some Chinese Dota with you guys. And yeah, I'm going to be signing out. If you want to check out my Twitter as well as my Facebook, my Instagram, you know, Twitter has all the funny tweets and stuff when I go online, stuff, yeah, about daily life, whatnot. Instagram's got, you know, some cool stuff, got some paintings as well. You can go check that out. All my Twitter handles all the same on top right corner. And yeah, hope you guys watch more of my games coming up. Might cast tomorrow, might not, we'll see. But yeah, I'm going to sign out for now. Thank you guys for watching. Much love, and Kappa, be nice to one another. Bye-bye.